Oh, it's flashing. It's flashing. Turn silent. Here we go. Alright. That's it for the fast part. Now we head into the little Ituri forest. The animals here love to use their natural markings and surroundings to blend in. So finding the animals in here at night is kind of like playing hide and seek on expert mode. Now, luckily for us, my first friend is right here to the right. And it's pretty visible. It's actually my favorite antelope. It's called the bongo. Check it out to the left, check it out to the left. Now bongos are known as the ghost of the forest because they live deep within the forest and their horns grow leaning back to make it easier for them to go through bushes and trees, which makes a lot more sense. I always thought it's because they would go turns out they don't actually do that. To the left over here, another type of forest antelope, the greater kudu. Tallest of the forest antelopes, males will grow horns up to 6 feet long. So those right there, those are the ladies. Over here to the left, boom, watering hole. This one I'm going to hang out, have fun, drink water, bathe, gossip, you know, the huge. Which we already see the bongos and the greater kudu back there, so, you know, they're the ones that like to hang out over here. Let's see if there's anybody else though. No, I don't see anybody else. So we're moving on. Oh man, it's getting dark. Really dark. We should probably get out of this forest. Alright, so we're going to head out of the little Ituri forest and we're going to head into the Safi River. And we're taking a scenic route, so I always recommend sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and I'll wake you up when we get there. Hey guys, wake up, we're here. We made it. Safi River. Now, I know where my friends like to hang out, so we're going to go around. Now, usually during the day we'll be looking for the animals in the water. Usually at night, sometimes they do come out of the water. But it is still kind of early in the night, so we're still going to be looking for them in the water. Right there to the left, you see the hippo behind the island right there? Hippo. Hey hippo, what are you doing? There you go. Now hippos, they spend the whole day in the water. Right? They can stay underwater up to 8 minutes at a time. When it gets dark and cooler, much cooler, they will come out to eat 80 to 90 pounds worth of food. Now that sounds like a lot of food, but when it comes to the size of an animal the size of a hippo, it really isn't. So the reason that they don't have to eat a lot, but they stay that perfect round shape, is because they're lazy. I love them. Now those gray birds on top of the island, those are the pink-backed pelicans. They are colonial nesters. What does colonial nesting means? We overtax them for their teeth. That's it. Kidding, kidding. Colonial nesting means the nesting groups are range between 20 and 500 of them. Very, very large nests. Now, remember to stay safe. Oh, check it out to the left, check it out to the left. Oh. I told you they come out of the water sometimes.
That's you.
Yeah, he is. So don't let her hear you. She's very self-conscious. Over here to the left, Nile crocodile. Incredibly powerful, incredibly dangerous creatures. One bite could crush your bones. They'll eat anything from fish, zebras, antelopes, even other crocodiles. Whatever crosses their path, you name it, they'll eat it. And there we go. We made it out of the Safi River alive, and now we're heading deeper and deeper into Africa. Now, I don't like being in the jungle this late at night, so I'm gonna get us out of here, right? Give me 1 minute. Oh yeah, look at that. We made it out of the jungle. And with a song that won't get me in trouble because we own the rights. Now my friends, we head into the savannah, home to millions of migrating animals. So donating to different conservation funds could help savannas like this across Africa. Now, because it is the home of millions of migrating animals and predators like to come out to hunt at night, it's kind of like an all-you-can-eat buffet. So what are we going to do? We're going to go around, we're going to get close to these animals, and we're going to learn what they do to stay safe in these harsh predator environments. Now yes, I already see the giraffe. We're going to get there, alright? Give it a second. First, lesson number 1 from the white bearded wildebeest right here to the right. Now, the white bearded wildebeest are the gray ones right there. Their safety is in numbers. They belong to the biggest migrating herd in Africa. Though the herds are so large, you can actually see them from outer space. Like they're so big. Now, they actually sleep together. They face different directions when sleeping, and they even take turns sleeping. So when one of them freaks out, boom, they all freak out. Now, the Ankole cattle is my favorite animal, pretty much ever. It's gonna be right here to the right. You would think that those giant horses is what's gonna keep them safe tonight. Actually, it's going to be people. The Ankole cattle are domesticated animals, and they represent wealth, right? They represent money. Now, what the tribes do, they make these special fences around them called manyadas. That keeps the predators away, and only the people that build them know how to get in. So it's kind of like having a bank for your money. Which now at that point, I'm jealous because I wish my money had cool ones like that, right? But now, I just get pieces of people with people on them. Now, real quick to the left. This is a little bit hard to see. See the cave? See the cave? Top of the cave, there's 2 spotted hyenas. They're laying down. Contrary to popular belief, hyenas actually do hunt for most of their food. In a clan of hyenas, the females are in charge, where even the lowest ranking male is over. Even the lowest ranking female is over the highest ranking male. Not unlike my own house. Now to the left over here is the Patterson's eland. Their safety. So what you see over there is mom and the kids. Their safety is one of 2 things. First of all, their size. They're the largest antelope in Africa. And 2, Dad is 6 feet tall and shoulder 1,500 pounds. Now the thing is, in places like the Harambe Wildlife Reserve where they feel completely safe, Dad, he loves them. They can't stand them. He just walks away. So their safety is mostly going to be their size. And that's how it usually is. Male antelopes in general, not just the eland, in general. They're very solitary creatures, so they just kind of leave. Now I told you we would get closer to those giraffes. And we're not. I'm kidding, we are. They're going to be right here to the right. Coming up. Now I'm sure we can all guess what their safety is going to be. Their height, right? 18 to 20 feet tall. They actually stay awake all night. Look, these are babies right here. They actually stay awake all night. They sleep half an hour during the day, standing up. They're the tallest land mammal in the world. Now even a baby giraffe, here's the thing. Their height is their safety to such a point where even a baby giraffe is born at 6 feet tall already, and they're taught to walk an hour after they're born, which I think is impressive, because mom gives birth standing up. So the first hurdle any giraffe ever has to deal with, a giant fall, right? And then an hour after that, mom's like, oh, shake it off, you'll be alright, stop being such a baby. What happens if the lion shows up? So I think that's pretty impressive. Didn't move all the way to Africa to deal with traffic. Here we are though. Alright, we're gonna hang out. Get to know each other. You're both very red today. I like that. So what's your name? Joan, very nice to meet you, Joan. Where are you from? Pittsburgh. Ooh, Leesburg, Florida. Oh, world traveler, huh? Welcome to Africa, my friend. What brings you all the way to Africa tonight? What's your favorite animal? You like the giraffes? You can still see one back there. Oh, the trees. Oh, there's 2 of them. I couldn't see the other one because you weren't away. So, what do you like about giraffes? Yeah, they're alright. I feel you though. They're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. So what about you, dude? What's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Very nice to meet you, Mike. So what's your favorite?
Tiger.
The tiger? Sorry. You're not gonna see a tiger tonight.
No.
So we're gonna replace it
You'll
with
see a
lion.
cheetah or
With
lion.
lion,
The
yeah.
lions, well, they're all right.
the lion's alright. I like that. Are you getting me back at me because of the giraffe thing? It looks like we're moving. Slowly but surely, we're moving. No, we're not gonna see any tigers in Africa, but we will see a lion. No cheetahs. Cheetahs don't hunt at night. They are not awake at night. Lions are though. Oh look, more giraffes. They gotta be on the left side over here. Everybody's like, wow, don't you see palm trees? I promise you, there's giraffes. Give it a second.
Yes.
Boom. Hey giraffe. How you doing?
Well, there's two of them.
That's for you, Joe. That's for you. I wasn't gonna stop again, but then I remembered they're your favorite. Now, here's the thing. Here, so let's say you're in the savannah like this, and now you have to survive because there's no Joshua to drive you around, and you're just kind of like feral and just walking around, and you're thirsty. What are you gonna do? You see those trees on the top of the hill over here? They look like they're upside down. There's like called baobab trees. They go leafless for 9 months out of the year to save water. Fun fact, all that water they save, they store inside of their trunk. Depending on the tree, they can be anywhere between 5 to 10,000 gallons of water inside of these trees. So, you're gonna wait for an elephant or an animal to poke a hole on it, or you can poke a hole in it yourself and you can get water. Now you see the ones on the right side over here. The one on the left side is a skinny tree, so most of the animals don't go to that one. But if you look on the right side, you're gonna see all these holes on it from animals using their horns, tusks, and hooves to get the water out. Once the water comes out, there's no stopping it, right? The animals will drink the water. The leftovers go to the land. So the baobab is known as a tree of life because it does that. It brings life to the savannah. It's pretty cool. Now here to the left is the elephant. Now this is actually a small bachelor herd. This is mostly going to be males. Now their safety is going to be their size. Males average between 10 and 15,000 pounds. The mom's going to be in charge. Like the herd of elephants, in a regular herd of elephants, mom's in charge. And trust me, there's nothing a mom won't do to protect their kids. It actually takes a whole pride of elephants ranging between 30 and 35 to take down just one young elephant. Like, these are just very strong creatures that are not to be messed with. They're just so cool, the elephants. Now the elephants are cool because of what they do. The flamingos to my left, they're just cool. Like the cool kid everybody talks about, right? Now these are the greater flamingos. Greater because they're the tallest, not because they're better than anybody else. They also have the lightest shade of pink of any flamingo. Now, these guys, they wake up, they have breakfast, and they go back to sleep. They wake up, they have lunch, talk to each other, go back to sleep. They wake up, they have dinner, watch an episode on Netflix or something, go back to sleep. That's all they do all day, every day. It really is, nice to be a flamingo. They don't really do much. Now, my friends, we are heading into big cat country. One of my favorite parts of the safari, right? This is what most parents realize. They do have a favorite. But on the way there, over here to the left, is what we call a warden's post. This is where the warden will hang out tonight to make sure that the animals are doing right, that there's no poachers in the area. And I just want to let you know, there are no more poachers in Harambe. We chased us away a couple years ago. Yay, we saved Little Red. Woo! Now, not all reserves are as lucky or as well funded as we are. Even nowadays, some zoos are being attacked by poachers at night. This, they have this technology that is just over the top, and they'll use the nighttime to hide their illegal activities. So, whenever you go to a zoo at night or maybe a reserve, just always be on the lookout for poachers. They'll do anything to get their greedy hands on some of these animals. Now, see these to the left, very dark areas? Those are cheetah hunting grounds. But like I said, our chances of seeing a cheetah tonight probably very, very slim. Cheetahs are corpuscular.
Rhinos.
Oh, I saw it. Give me a second. Shoot. I'm talking about the cheetahs. Well, you know what? It's done. You ruined the moment. Look, rhinos. Now, those are white rhinos. Now, black rhinos, white rhinos, both gray. So how do I know those are white rhinos? Habitats. Where they live, where we are. White rhinos, they live in the savannah because they have these very wide lips, good for grazing, good for eating grass. Black rhinos, they live in the forest because they have pointy lips, good for eating leaves out of trees. White rhinos are also bigger. They weigh between 4,000 and 5,000 pounds. So they're going to be larger than the black rhino. They can only weigh up to 3,000 pounds. Now as we go around, we're going to see two cool things in a row. Two cool things. First cool thing right here to the left, giant African rocks. Boom. Second cool thing, lion right here to the left. Now, hold on. Yeah. They are doing exactly what lions do best. Nothing. Yeah, lions, they sleep 16 to 20, well, they spend 16 to 20 hours a day sleeping, resting, lying around. Now, if they do come out to hunt, they will do it tonight. Now, during the day, lions can see just as well as we can. During the night, they can see 6 times better than we can. They can run up to 35 miles an hour. And not only can they run pretty fast, but their paws, look at her paws, you can see her paw, right? Their paws are padded, so they can run also very silently, making them extremely cool nighttime hunters. She woke up, she's like, what do you want? She's like, I'm hungry. It's like, what? So go microwave something. I'm not your maid. Sorry, that was my mom. I was like, this is what my mom says to me all the time. I'm not your maid. Microwave something. It's like, no. Now let's see who else we can find. Whee! I only made that joke because it's Mother's Day this weekend, so to all the mothers, you know, happy Mother's Day coming up. He stopped, so I'm stopping, but I don't see anything. So we're just gonna keep driving because there's nothing to see. There were some eggs on the ground. There were ostrich eggs, but I'm glad there's no ostriches around. They freak me out. They're like modern day velociraptors. You ever seen an ostrich, Joe? They're ugly, aren't they? They're very tall. Largest bird in the world. Now, my friends, we are heading back into the jungle through an area called Magadi Glen. Now, here in the glen, there's going to be 2 different animals. One, obviously, cooler than the other. I'm hoping we can see both because they're both, I mean, they're still both pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, so I see one of them. So the first one is the bird, the white bird right there on top of the hill. It's going to be on the left side. That's the yellow-billed stork. Now, the yellow-billed stork right here to the left is Indiana Jones' favorite bird. They like to eat fish, frogs, and snakes. In fact, oh, look at the scimitar horned oryx. That's a cool one. Hey, yeah. Okay. Now, the scimitar horned oryx. Villagers told me a long time ago that the unicorn is based on the scimitar horned oryx. And I was like, nah, that can't be true. No, we did some research, and it turns out the scimitar horned oryx has very brittle horns, so most of the times you see one, they are going to have just one horn. Now, I was so skeptical. I mean, up to that point where I learned this information, all the unicorns I had seen were just actors. They were just actors in movies. Now, I'll tell you what, they're still pretty magical in their own right. They can go without water for 9 months. Their white fur reflects the sun, and they don't start sweating until their body temperature reaches 115 degrees. Wouldn't you like that on a hot summer day? Not today. I would like that right now. It's still hot. It's still hot. It's nighttime. Africa, right? Hi my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We are indeed heading back to the village now. Now, if you want to learn more about Disney's Conservation Fund, just talk to the villagers outside. You can learn about projects like Save the Elephants. Now here in Africa, elephants are rampaging through farms, destroying crops. Disney's Conservation Fund teamed up with a group of researchers and discovered elephants are actually afraid of bees. So now they make fences on farms made out of beehives. Bees scare away the elephants and also give the farmers a new source of income. Honey, talk about a pretty sweet deal, my friends. Now, here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. We say Kwaharini, and which means to go well. So I wish you all tonight to go well, go wild. I wish you all Kwaharini. And I also want to say thank you. Personally, from Joshua to you guys, thank you for being here with me tonight. If this was your first nighttime safari, I want to say really thank you. I love the fact that was your first nighttime driver. I hope you had fun. I hope you got to see your favorites. Now, my friends, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to come over and ask. I'll be more than glad to answer those questions for you.